Sorry how painful that was, dude.
My head hurts.
You were so loud! Oh my goodness!
Well, everything except for your head is now robotic limbs. So you'll be able to move a little faster.
Or did y'all get a beep in your head too? Oh.
Okay, Sage, give him a little break. I just literally replaced all of his limbs except for his head. He's gonna be a little dizzy.
Welcome to the club.
Die!
Hang on.
Hey!
Are you okay now?
Don't touch my blank.
Well, how does it feel though to be robotic? Interesting.
I definitely feel like I can move a lot better, faster, stronger.
Well, the way I have to
Everything
live
like
it, it
that.
sucks. Trust me.
Yeah, it's fun at first, horrible last.
I guess we just gotta wait. I just gotta wait for the other last. You guys can watch TV, and I'm gonna go check on something.
Okay.
And we'll be able to tell if she comes because my doorbell will be ringing.
Baby J, what are you doing? Oh.
TV.
Leah, doorbell.
What?
Doorbell.
Oh, hey, it's you. Sorry, we kind of left you back there. We had a bit of a rush.
Nah, it's fine. I had to go change.
Well, come in. Well, welcome to my humble abode. It's okay, don't worry. There's nothing deadly in here.
Oh no, that's not why. I guess I didn't mention it when we first met, but I'm blind.
You're what?
What? I can't. I'm blind. Something the experiment took from me.
I'm impressed that you can move around that well.
Me too. My eye color was actually just contact.
Well, maybe I can make something that can somewhat help with that. I mean, I can't cure your blindness, but I can maybe help you see a little.
No, I'm perfectly okay without seeing.
If you're sure. Dang,
I'm positive.
She fixed your vocal cords? Dang, dude. That
was just muscle memory. Like I said, I had a friend who was an android. Her circuitry was much the same.
I'm honestly surprised. Oh, yeah.
I didn't actually say this. I actually have two names. It's either Foxy or Sage, whichever one. Answer the both.
It's confusing.
I prefer Sage. Okay, I answer the both. It don't matter. Sounds like Foxy for some how many years, I don't remember, but whatever.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
There you are.
Oh, there you are. Quit that doing the DNA!
This is a new friend we met while we were just searching around the neighborhood.
Okay, yeah, hang on, I'll be right back.
Alright.
You're gonna have to describe what he looks like. Or he'll have to let me touch his face. What?
He's basically everything except for his head is metal now.
Ow!
Oh.
Careful!
Yeah, he's like not too far from where you're standing. But he has a hoodie, blue hair, red eyes, and a bunch of mechanical parts.
Okay.
Oh, now he's behind you on the couch because he loves watching TV. I'm so sorry. You're watching He-Man again?
Hey, don't judge.
I said he still works up to the bomb.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh yeah. Hey, you guys would actually see the house that we picked out? I picked out, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
It's over this way.
That's my lever to close my door.
No!
Speaking of which, do you know what happened while you're asleep?
I'm older than you. That hurts you. Don't you dare!
Hey, stop acting like children, you two. You're not two. Come on. Jeez Louise. Jay, do you want me to turn off your circuit board?
He can't hit me! Or she can't hit me.
Ay, I'm so sorry about them.
No, it's alright.
Ow.
Do you know what happened while you were asleep or no?
I know that something went off.
We'll explain when we show her new house, I guess. Because it's kind of confusing.
Me! I teleport, so it's kind of hard to follow, but follow!
I also can't see you.
Don't worry, I'll help you navigate. Don't worry, you walk down the road, you're going the right way.
Luckily, I've lived around here long enough to actually know where I'm going.
Oh, hey, that's good.
This is it!
It was actually really fancy.
What is it?
I wish I could see it.
It's so big.
Yeah.
Stay up.
Oh, are
Don't
you
go in the
okay?
bedroom.
Here, in front of you are some stairs. There you go. Guys, remember we might have to show her around a little bit since, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to guide me around until I know the layout.
Well, come over here. Careful! There's no floor there. This is my bedroom with a fireplace in it.
By the sound of it, I'm guessing it's not completely closed off.
Nope.
Yes, that's as far as I'm
That's my plushie.
You still have the one that Bonnie made you.
Yep. And my little animatronic thing over here.
Ah!
Double hit it!
I am so sorry about him. He's kind of young compared to us.
Shut the door. Or curtains, or whatever. Stop it!
Jay, come here. Jacob. Try not to mess around a lot, okay? Because, like, we're trying to show her around.
That's
if
you
you
can trade it
actually
for
run
my
into her, she hates
animatronic thing. Don't worry about it.
Doors?
Yep.
Man, I'm so happy I have a photographic memory.
There is
Which is
that.
ironic. I have a photographic memory, but I can't see.
That's smart.
Very
This
ironic.
room,
But,
this room's kind of empty. There's stuff really in it.
Ooh, a
Glass?
balcony.
Yep.
Oh, do you
Why
have
do you have so much stuff?
Ow.
Do you have a sitting quarters around here that we can sit?
Oh yeah, I have a living room downstairs. There's also a third floor, but there's nothing on it at the moment.
You know what? I'll go down in style. Whee! Ow.
That's not a good idea.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, here's the living room.
So, what was your name again? Asterix?
Asterisk.
Well, what? Like, you know something about going off. We just don't know any specific details.
Baby,
I know
what are you
that's-
doing?
I know that something
Oh wait,
went
I
on.
can't eat food.
Not entirely
can't eat.
sure
Okay, just
what exactly it was.
sorry for mentioning this name, Sage, but does the purple guy strike any bells to you?
Ow.
Sorry.
Okay, I know I was moved, but where exactly was I moved?
You were moved a
Okay.
couple. You were moved a couple meters back. Just walk a little bit forward, and you'll be fine.
Sorry.
There you go.
Okay.
So did that name strike a bell? Or no?
William?
No, I'll say it again. The purple guy. Does that name strike any bells for you?
The scientist I used to work with and actually experimented on me. His name was William Afton. I know some people called him the purple guy, but I'm not entirely sure.
Alright.
Do not get involved with him.
get here...
I worked with him.
Yeah, there's something I gotta mention about that, too. I'm gonna explain the full story, and there's some new information that Sage doesn't know. Sit down.
Dang it! I'm just gonna go away.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm gonna hang out on the stairs over here, because every time I do something, I hurt people.
I mean, your wires are a little bit weird with that, but...
If I don't hear
Okay.
that name, it's just like a tap mode or something, I don't know.
I used to work at a building called Robotics Industries. What we would do is we would study robotics, like robots, you know, stuff like that. And eventually it was moved to studying biology, like animals genetics. But however, the guy we should not mention, he started to want to make his own animatronics for his own entertainment place that he wanted to call Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So he started by making an animatronic called Dark Springtrap, his very first model. This particular animatronic, though, had a bit of glitches because it was able to think and feel on its own when he didn't participate for that one to happen. So eventually, him and Dark Springtrap started having conversations back and forth. But eventually,
I know that name.
yeah, eventually Dark Springtrap found out he wanted to make other animatronics, and got let's just say a little trigger happy because he found one of the guns in our facility and tried gunning down a couple of our employees. So Afton shot him off, but didn't dismantle him. He moved him to another location and finished building the other animatronics.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but the fact that you didn't dismantle him was incredibly dumb.
First of all, I wasn't allowed because basically he made it illegal besides himself to touch it, which I would have dismantled it if I could, but because of this stupid
I recognize
thing.
that name. When I used to work with He Who Shall Not Be Named, he had mentioned to me that he needed me to make a special component where it would allow an AI to possibly have feelings.
So you're the one who did it. Huh.
Well, yeah, but... Well, I'm not the only one. I worked very closely with his son, Michael.
Oh no, Michael. Oh, that just rung a bad bell in my head.
You're telling me.
Michael and I were close.
When turning off my lights, dude?
Jay, stop. Seriously. I'm trying to tell the rest of the story here, man.
Michael and I were close. I guess eventually our friendship became something more, and that's when He Who Shall Not Be Named approached me and said he needs a test subject. I don't remember anything afterwards.
I'll explain the rest from my end. So, eventually he reached out to me years later after being kicked from the industry and wanted me to help him finish the animatronics, which of course I declined because I didn't want anything to do with it. The only thing I did was give him the money to fund a building. That's all I did. Because I did not want to be involved with kill animatronics because I always knew something would go wrong. Eventually, the animatronics went a little haywire and started attacking the customers. Which, as you can tell, it's not good for showbiz. So, he tried it again with a couple other locations. Still didn't work. And then Sage over here, a bit ago in her kingdom, was looking around and found Dark Springtrap's body somewhere. Unfortunately, that woke him up. He was...
And his friend Funpack Springtrap.
According to her, he wasn't hostile at first. He was confused and curious.
He was trying to help us destroy Innard, and it did not.
Then they found out that Innard wasn't a bad guy after all. It was Dark Springtrap instead. So, they tried dismantling his bomb, but Sage and her friends had to retreat because he lit it off. And then, yeah, here we are now. And because of the blast, now I have to wear this stupid exoskeleton that digs in my skin every day to move around.
Oh, yeah. You forgot about me.
And
I
Jay...
came half animatronics somehow.
Well, Jay's actually a son of one of my older friends. That's why he recognized my name when we mentioned it. You could say I used to babysit the kid. When he was
That makes sense.
when he was a bit younger. But yeah, we had a bit rough. But then while we were looking around, we found you.
The last thing I remembered was before the incident was that about 6 years ago, he who shall not be named approached me and said that he wanted to try biofusion.
Yeah, he told me about it. He wanted to mix some animals' genetics together, see if he could make some sort of hybrid. Because he wanted... He was working on a secret project. And unfortunately, Sage was going to be the test subject for that.
And when he couldn't get her, he turned to me.
Because
I had no reason not to trust him. I worked with him for like 4 years.
He was using as a guinea pig because he was eventually gonna fuse an animatronic to his sister completely. Like, she's only half, but he was planning to do something else to fuse her to an endoskeleton. Like, he wanted to learn all he could about genetics and DNA, so he learned how to do that. He didn't get the chance, however, because, well, let's just say my friend over here distracted him a lot, and eventually Dark Spring Trap had him meet his end.
And I was the prototype for it.
Indeed you were. You were the prototype for a very dangerous project he was working on. But we don't have to worry about him much anymore, but Afton? All I know, he's somewhere out there. Like, the only reason I know that's because, I guess in a way, I'm kind of connected to his brain. Because before I left the company, he planted something in my head.
When he approached me about the biogenetics, he had stated that he needed to implement a microchip of some sort. Unfortunately, because he didn't entirely know what he was doing with bionics at the time, he ended up making a miscalculation, and that's what took my eyesight. Although it did its job and infused the DNA with me, as you can see, was a wolf.
Yeah, the chip that's inside my...
It was a very painful process.
The chip that's in my head increases my IQ, and it also allows me to have a cybernetic connection to Michael.
Would you let me have, like, a little poke around at it?
I would prefer you not, because it's really jammed far in the back of my head, and I don't want it being messed with.
Excuse me.
What? I mean, that was a lot of information to take in.
Yeah.
And plus, her
I'm
older brother...
sorry. Maybe it was a bad idea for me to come along.
No, it's not you. It's just that her and the one that should not be named did not have a good history. Plus, he killed his only brother in front of her. His path really drove him down the craziness.
Well, he was power hungry.
Indeed. I haven't told Sage this yet, but she has a power chip too inside her head. Hers, though.
The reason why I asked if I could have a look of yours is because when he had malfunctioned on mine, he asked me if I could make one similar to it to maybe try to perfect the circuitry so nothing else would happen. I was thinking maybe that was the one that was implemented in you.
Could be. But I don't want people poking around in it.
I understand.
Because if people were, I would lose most of my abilities. And,
Well, I am a mechanical engineer.
Yeah.
Not to mention half of Afton's robotics was created by me.
And, well, we had to...
I understand that you don't want me poking around at it, though.
Yeah, and we also had to murder
Ugh.
Jay's other friend he had, unfortunately. Because if we let him to live, he would have gone a bit of a crazy path, too.
I'm sorry.
Jay suggested it would be the best thing for him, which I think he did the right thing by suggesting it. You know,
I have to go.
you got somewhere to be?
Yeah, something like that. I have no idea how to get out of here.
Over here. Yeah, there you go. Right there.
Okay.
Jay, there's one more thing I want to let you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you see anything that's big and black and has 4 limbs and a tail, you need to let me know right away.
Why can't I just shoot it?
If there's multiple, sure, but you need to leave at least 1 alive. Alright?
Okay.
And,
Well, the first one I see, I'm gonna shoot it.
make sure she's okay. Can you do that?
Okay.
Because I don't know how to deal with this. I'm not really an emotional guy. I'm gonna get back to my laboratory though, because there's something I do have to fix.
Hey, no touchy touchy. Back away.
Ah, you okay?